The R063 cage from Urig is packed with a ton of features, and I absolutely love this cage for the Sony a7 III. I find it really ergonomic, the finishing on it is great, and it's got tons of features. That said, you might run into some compatibility issues with it, and we're going to talk about that in today's video. As you can see in that opening shot, this cage from Ulanzi is impeccably well finished. It's got incredible machining, the anodizing is great, there's no sharp edges or unfinished edges, and in my opinion, there's really not much that would set this aside from a small rig piece or any other high to medium high-end cage for the Sony a7 III. That said, this has a humongous flaw in the design of this product, and it's something that ended up costing me like 50 bucks. That said, my name is Mitchell. I'm fluent in tech, so you don't need to be. And I'll go ahead and I'll leave links to where I could find this. And if you guys have questions, go ahead and just leave them in the comment section down below. I do my best job at getting back to you guys. Now, on my previous small rig cage, for my Sony a6500, I used this Warax top handle, and it worked completely fine with the top NATO rail of my small rig cage on that camera. That said, this Urig cage is a little bit different in shape. They are both NATO compatible, but I am unable to get this rail section onto this cage. This handle worked completely fine on my prior cage, and if you have a top handle where only the middle section of it moves and the side portions of it don't, you might also run into compatibility issues. This small rig handle, which ended up costing me about 50 bucks, has an entire bottom portion of it which moves, which means that it will work on this side and the top portion of this cage without issue. And I had to go ahead and buy this handle after the fact because I didn't want to mount a second NATO rail on top of my pre-existing NATO rail. That's something that I've seen people on YouTube complaining about in regards to this cage, and it's one of the only drawbacks I've found with it. The shape of these NATO rails aren't quite consistent with the shape of them on other brands. That said, if your handles or your NATO accessories are this variety where the entire portion of it moves, you're in luck. If you have NATO compatible parts which aren't of that shape and you have a middle moving portion with the sides fixed, well, you might have some compatibility issues. I wanted to just make this video for you guys as a heads up if you are looking to get this cage for your Sony a7 III, a7R4, or Sony a7S Mark II. I hope you guys enjoyed my Louis Vuitton wrap on my Sony a7 III, and until next time, it's been Mitchell. Peace.